Yep, it's working. At least it seems that way. Get that back up. There we go. Left. Take him.
전가요? 고통 없이 지식을 얻지 못한다나 뭐라나.
Why are we even fighting? Maybe we can flip the script on this line of thought. What kind of people, Roger, do you think hate rich people? Who do you think would hate people like me? Well, except for my family, if I do ever get murdered under mysterious circumstances, I'm willing to bet that it's one of my family members who did me in, or Heathcliff. That's a pretty dark joke. The culprit went straight for Bumble, but his employees literally can't move fast enough to have done that. None of them look like distortions either. Yes, if the culprit's hiding amongst those slow pokes, Flock would have noticed it. Then that narrows the culprits down to someone unrelated to this factory, someone without much time, someone who's got a bone to pick against the time rich. Or it could be someone who's unhappy about the state of the affairs in T-Corp Nest. Also, while Dante could be right that this power was granted by distortion, nothing more than a single culprit then. More than a single culprit, huh? Wait, I think I know an organization that might fit the exact description. No way, I doubt it. But they don't ever take drastic actions like these anymore. Even back at J-Corp. Well, that's some coincidence, isn't it? I happen to know of a group of people just like them. Sometime later in a certain alleyway. A group of people unhappy with the state of affairs in the nest. Perhaps you are looking for the Eurodivia. That rings a bell. Isn't your friend the founder of the organization, Roger? Roger stopped dead in her tracks. The Eurodivia. Here? Do you know something about the organization? I did hear that you've been spreading through the nest of late, though it hasn't been long since they started popping up within T-Corp's borders. So, direct T-Corp employees like myself have been stationed all over the nest to question any suspicious individuals. Me thinks it's a real bother standing guard here, all this stop and search, so tedious. So what are you Eurodivia up to around here? All kinds of stuff that pretty petty thieves get up to, stealing things, time or money. Well, I did hear that they also do some pro bono detective work for people who can't afford the time or money to hire people. Wait, stop right there. What are you looking around all shifty for? It's a stop and search. Hey, I'm just trying to walk away from the lady with the cig and the creepy glare. Where can we find them, the Eurodivvy? Well, it probably ain't too difficult. Let's see there. Honglu. A sudden explosion tore Honglu to shreds as he was peeking around an alleyway. Speaking of the devil, maybe I should have activated their badges earlier. Activate our badges. If you starting off with a bang, huh? Good luck, Dante. Let's bring him back. Gotcha. Turning the clock now. Wait, you can bring him back? There. The explosion came from that way. Damn watch chains of teacup. Here to collect your filthy dues. Okay, no time to explain. Right, then let's talk about that later.
뭐야, 그. 파이팅이다.
Yeah. Oh no, that's not that bad.
직접 알게 함이라.
이런 건 몽둥이가 약이지. 두드려 패.
먹기 좋게 차려졌지 않아.
에이, 저것들 너덜너덜하잖아. 일단 정신 못 차리는 놈 대가리부터 뭉개.
사냥 시작. 괴로우신가요?
깨달았나? 무지하니까.
그래, 결국 마지막까지 서 있는 놈이 이기는 거라니까. 잘 들어. 아픈 거 생각하지 말고
Okay.
이 새끼 죽은 다음만 생각해. 그럼 공격이 더 매서워지거든.
내 죄는 내가 알아서 처리한다. 해파. 앞. 내 죄는 내가 알아서 처리한다. 맞는 거야.
이 구역의 혈기는 더 남지 않은 것 같아요.
Okay. Actually, what? Since need to get a new team anyway, I might as well try and set it up for a bleed team. If I'm correct. Yeah, this does inflict bleed and rupture. I might as well use him for it. I wonder. Skills, insight, sync, yep. Bleed and blind, so I might use him. Do I have a bleed? That's defense. Rupture. Huh. Paralyze. Rupture. And sync. Poison. So I'll probably have to use Encore. If I want to do an actual team. That it will be better than any other most likely when it comes to bleeding. Now, do any of these apply bleed? Yep, immediately found one. bleed. So,
밤은 익숙치 않.
I wonder. Wait, can I afford this? Nope, nowhere near enough. So what do I have for shreds? Let me know these things.
닥쳐라, 해파. 누굴 팰진 내가 정한다.
Retreat. Hey, participation trophy. Participation trophy? Is he talking to me? How on earth did you do that earlier? Tick tock, and voila. It seems to me that you rewound the time and unwounded your friend. I've never seen a tech that could rewind time like that. Well, that's trade secret. Ask and you shall receive pain. Fascinating. Aren't you terrified of time? As far as I'm aware, there is practically no way to rewind time for a single entity that exists in an open, unclosed area. Either that or my study didn't reach as far as I thought it did. Wait, no, that's actually a very serious problem then. I was very desperate to know, you know. It's very unlikely that I missed anything. You know what else is a serious problem? The fact that we're wasting our time chatting about insane stuff while they're all getting away. Come on, Dante. Hold on, innate stuff. This extremely serious. It's important to absolutely incorporable that what amount to arresting a small fry revolutionaries. If it was a true resurrection, then the head would have been after your heads already, so I doubt that's what this is. Then it must have something to do with the time manipulation, I'm certain of it. Maybe it works with the same mechanisms as the TT2 protocol under the hood. Nope, that works only within an isolated enclosure. It can't rewind the time of regular individuals. Perhaps they are drawing time from elsewhere to inject it into the time stream. That seems a tad more plausible. If you're actually rewinding their time, then the visual elements of that process would manifest in a vast different manner. I suppose this means that you can't really rewind or skip time either, am I right? You can't just say all that gibberish and expect me to be able to. The process also... Yeah, no. The Class 5 staff jabbered on endlessly, zapping between numerous subjects with matters of seconds before reaching out a point of the badge we were wearing. Not all fixers specializing in investigations are strong enough to defend themselves in emergencies. That is why the special investigation badges are all equipped with the same special function that goes into suits that higher rank staff members of T-Corp wear. It's called golden time. If you keep the clockworks wound, it will automatically speed up the body's natural regeneration process as soon as it detects that its wearer is at risk of death. It's nothing compared to what you're capable of, but it's quite something, isn't it? so I don't actually have to turn the clock myself. Of course, it takes some time for it to refill once its charge is spent. If you ever run out of it, you're willing to do that, but not willing to help us before we get torn to shreds, huh? I prefer that good hood. Ready? Let's go after them then. I'm pretty sure they came this way. No more tracks. We wasted too much time on his boring lecture. Hey, assistant, are you sure it's okay for you to just saunter behind us like you're out on a picnic? Why would I run? I hate running. It's literally your job to arrest a Eurodivier, isn't it? Is it though? But my job at this particular moment is to keep my eye on you and your investigation regarding the case of time killing time, not making Eurodivier arrests. But you're a T-Corp employee. Okay, fine. Let's say that I decide to run instead of walking. Excuses, then kill that anomaly. If you do kill them all, it only opens up room for worse syndicates to take their place. That's besides, isn't your friend one of them? Right, I thought Rodivia would be a bit happier to be reunited with the Eurodivia. Well, since it looks like the tail's gone cold, let's get back to Stop and Search Lady and ask if she noticed anything suspicious since we left. Fine. The T-Corp employee we met earlier was still standing completely inert, not moving a muscle. Poor woman, I can't believe... Ah, she's been ripped. Such is life of a laborer. No. They got her. I can't even hear her breathing. That's the Time Ripper's MO. The Time Ripper got her that fast. She is in a state of absolute stillness. A death-like state achieved without a symbol of blood on their hands. What a misanthropic art. Though she may be in a state of stasis, to those of us watching from the outside, for her this must be as brief as a blink of an eye. What do you think this culprit's trying to do with all that time? Guys, this is a crime scene. Let's try not to touch the body, I mean the victim. Well, look, there must be some sort of spatial temporal displacement supposition phenomenon going on here. She is entirely and corporately. This is serious. The time to... Rogia, they're up ahead. Ripper noticing the now familiar sense of a distortion and keeping a brief glimpse of a suspicious figure slowly slipping into the fog. You stop. Ryosho, you think you can catch up? I'm not your hunting dog, but sure, I'll entertain you just this once. Ooh, she's pretty fast. Ryosho, she moves fast when she finds something interesting. It's been a while since I've seen people like you, the kind who sprint forwards with their eyes fixed on the horizon. Here, everyone only looks down. I think I know what that is. It's because they all learn helplessness. Because they realize that even if they ran till their lungs burst, nothing will change. That doesn't matter. Yeah, not everyone can run like Mersault. Learning to maintain a stable breathing rhythm is not easy. That's not what I meant. I'm talking about... Wait, take a closer look at her face. Remember, it's the same face she was making earlier when she shouted it's a stop and search. Yeah, maybe she saw something suspicious approach them from stop and search and got ambushed. We should ask her when she recovers, but we don't know when she'll recover. Sometime later. Catch. Are you sure you captured him alive? Hey Richard, doesn't he kinda look a bit different from the mysterious person that got away? He's clearly wearing something different. Besides, he's one of the Eurodivi we already ran into. Clothes are just husks that can be cast off any moment. He started running as soon as our eyes met. Hey, rise and shine. How am I suspicious one? Anyone who would run if someone like you started sprinting after them with the big sword in your hand. Hey, I had many ways to crush the truth out of you. First, no dismembering. This is a Eurodivia's turf. You'll soon regret dragging me down here. Hey, I prepared this secret weapon just for this occasion. Watch out. But nothing happened. What was that? One of the 5 greatest inventions of the Eurodivia T-Core branch, the portable adjustable frequency generator. This will call every single Eurodiver in its range to the exact location. See what I mean? You see the problem prevalent amongst inventors. They never know when to stop when it comes to naming their inventions. You'll pay dearly for smacking me in the back of my noggin. G'day, Plagus. I am doing somewhat well.
저보다 한 주먹거리도 안 되는 놈들이니까.
How is your day going?
직접 알게 함이라.
That's good.
무지하니까
에이, 저것들 너덜너덜하잖아. 일단 정신 못 차리는 놈 대가리부터 뭉개.
사냥 시작.
Wait, how the hell? Why are there so many cogs on damn wrenches?
이런 건 몽둥이가 약이지.
Out of anything, they'd probably get in the way of their actual function.
무지하니까
그래, 결국 마지막까지 서 있는 놈이 이기는 거라니까. 잘 들어. 아픈 거 생각하지 말고
직접 알게
저 새끼
함이라.
죽은 다음만 생각해. 그럼 공격이 좀 매서워지거든.
맞는 거
G'day, Elation friend.
내 죄는 내가 알아서 처리한다.
There we go.
해파.
Another battle won without any resistance.
결국 내 공부가 부족하지 않았다는 거네. 그치? 좋았어.
How many more is there? Should be a bit over halfway now.
실력 없으면 따라오지 마세요. 방해되거든요.
Oops, straight into battle.
할수 있는 건 다 해보고 오라고. 저보다 한 주먹거리도 안 되는 놈들이니까.
사냥 시작.
먹기 좋게 차려졌지 않나. 겉에.
에이, 저것들 너덜너덜하잖아.
G'day.
일단 정신 못 차리는 놈 대가리부터 뭉개.
Skull bash. We'll hunt and back to that.
사냥 시작.
더 먹어 치워라.
이런 건 몽둥이가 약이지. 그 두드려 패.
무지하니까
Yeah, I'm hoping I can complete this into Valo this stream. So that way the next one we can get straight into Kanto 6
결국
or
마지막까지 서 있는 놈이 이기는
anything
거라니까.
else that comes after this.
아픈 거 생각하지 말고 저 새끼 죽은 다음만 생각해. 그럼 공격이 더 매서워지거든.
사냥 시작.
지금이다. 해골바가지 거미. 내 죄는 내가 알아서 처리한다.
맞는 거야. 맞는 거야.
괴로우신가요?
앞. 내 죄는 내가 알아서
하나
처리.
눕혔네.
Wait, how many
이렇게 눕혀가다 보면
opponents are there for this? There are 4 more after we kill these guys, it looks like. Hmm.
사냥 시작.
Oh well, it's not like these guys can even provide the smallest bit of challenge now. Their sanity is way too low to do even a small bit of damage to us.
괴로우신가요?
무지하니까
네, 결국
And I'm just gonna do win rate because they're already dead.
잘 들어. 아픈 거
내
생각하지
죄는
말고
내가
저
알아서
새끼 죽은
처리.
다음만 생각해.
내 죄는
공격이
내가
더
알아서
매서워지거든?
처리한다. 해파. 착각하지 마라. 해파. 거태.
The
내
dying
놈들 덕분에
detective.
내가 강해진 게 아니다. 내가
고통 없이 지식을 얻지 못한다나 뭐라나.
After matching various pieces of information we found from the defeated Eurodiveria members together, we managed to track them down to a rundown building that appeared to be their hideout. You've finally managed to track us down, have you, filthy watch chains of T-Corp? Are you clock? You clock, he says? It's only elementary because I am an ace detective. Bridget exclaimed triumphantly as she flicked her hair back, but I sensed the smallest hint of uncertainty in her voice. Yep, we're all ace detectives. I'll admit we should have had left you track us down, but you don't look too strong. It is a foolish move to fight a lion in his den. I hope you've prepared yourselves. Don't you worry about our butts. We've got a class 5 staff with us, you know. I can deduce a few things about you. One, that man's outfit. That aloof looks on his face. I see it. Likely that you're not lying, that he's really is a class 5. 2, you are absolutely shameless for bringing a class 5 watch chain to run down a hideout like this. What does this have anything to do with the shame? I don't know about shame, but this place sure is run down. Right, how about this? I'll sit this one out just for the sake of fairness. It'll be like cheating if I were to take part in this fight, yeah? That is a fair proposal. Fine, I accept your offer. Do we not get a say in any of this? Nope. And I do not think my PNG is working.
가서 할 수 있는 건 다 해보고 오라고.
Just great.
저보다
Just
한
like
번도
usual,
안
it stops
되는
working.
놈들이니까.
Microphone, I'll just... Okay, does that fix it? Yep, it fixed it. Yay, I fixed it.
직접 알게 함이라.
괴로우신가요?
이런 건 몽둥이가 약이지. 그대로 두드려 패.
Yeah. Wait. Well, it's not really my problems, just software issues with my PNG tuber.
기적해 찾아졌지 않나.
Nothing too serious.
널널하잖아. 일단
Literally just fixed it by basically turning it off and on again.
직접
When in doubt, just unplug it and replug it in. How 99% of all IT work gets fixed. Except in cybersecurity.
으타! 더 먹어 치워라.
맞는 거야.
How many people are we fighting against this time anymore? And we've got to fight a bunch more after this. So let's try and clear these guys out.
직접 알게 함이라.
지금이다. 해골바가지 거미 대가리. 자!
예사롭지가 않은데? 아주 작살을 내놨어.
내 죄는 내가 알아서.
I don't even think my units have been damaged once in any of these fights so far.
거야.
And I'm starting to think this version of Honglu's a sociopath.
하나 눕혔네. 이렇게 눕혀가다
I'm just
보면
gonna throw in a red eye.
직접 알게 함이라.
My secret weapon.
무지하니까
His secret weapon seems to be pretty shit.
맞는 거야.
자, 맛볼 시간이다.
Even if it doesn't kill them, it should do quite a decent amount of damage. Which would, oh no, did kill him. That one dude, but he's dead.
착각하지 마라. 해파
Go.
겉에. 내 놈들 덕분에 내가
Yeah,
강해진 게
Ryoshu
아니야.
is very good.
내가 강해진
especially-
내 놈들을 휘두르는 거지.
I am very happy that I got her Polga-sing. I don't have the made version of her, just the ones I have are these ones. I've only really invested into her base and this one, which I've maxed out both. I'm gonna bring Pierce and this guy because he does slash and blunt. Oh, yeah. I think I have on. Yeah. I think I might borrow a bit later because I want to have coverage of all team for this part because I don't know what's up.
기다려라. 겉에.
Actually, yeah, I think I have actually borrowed it for. Yeah, I think I borrowed your one because I was doing some luck shreds.
파이팅이다.
Oh, and now this is all a. And also, we're probably gonna fight against an abnormality.
대가리 딱 떼도. 아이고.
We actually took damage for once. That guy did not take much damage in
야,
the slightest.
정신 차릴 때까지 앞에서 시선 좀 끌어줘야겠어.
Yes, thank you. Need an... I'll knock these guys... Oh... Yeah, I'll go like this because I want to try and remove the combatants as soon as possible.
먹기 좋게 차려졌지 않나. 거태.
하나 눕혔네. 이렇게 눕혀가다 보면 어느새 끝나는 게
He's
싸움인
back.
거지.
What does this time thing ever do? When the unit takes lethal damage... Now everyone's back in the fight. Since he doesn't seem to be that effective, I'll just throw him against those two. So that way Ryoshu and... That's up to you, really. It's all up to you in the end. I'm not... I'll basically use whatever I can get with supports.
대가리 딱 떼도.
밝게 열어젖힌다.
Although Fluid Sac is always very useful to have. Especially in boss fights. And I accidentally used Festival Event without realizing. Crap.
이런 건 몽둥이가 약이지.
That sucks.
두드려 패.
And they're actually not, they're not all completely dead yet, so I will not do auto.
어두운 무지를 열어젖히라. 밝게.
But this guy's now dead. There is no way he's getting out of this without a few broken bones.
지금이다. 해골바가 거미. 내 죄는
Did he have
내가 알아서
negative
처리.
49 sanity?
이렇게 눕혀가다 보면 어느새 끝나는 게 싸움인 법이지.
District 20 Utagata Captain. Here's the defense aimed at. Okay, so we won't use Honglu for this. Which is fine by me.
고귀하게.
I need to go grab my other phone real quick.
직접
Nope, it's just a Snapchat notification. Why the hell are they even up? It's bloody 4 AM.
열어주죠.
I mean, I shouldn't be up, but at least I have an excuse for being awake.
추잡하네.
저것들 너덜너덜하잖아. 일단 정신.
Okay, so it doesn't look like he's vulnerable to blunt. He is vulnerable to pierce, though. Use Honglu to attack him. And Yoshu to attack those two. Get a complete purple resonance.
대가리 딱 떼도.
Yeah. I never really noticed that she could actually heal. Because of just how much of a effective clasher she is. It's never really been damaged enough for me to be able to notice the healing. The red eye.
추잡하네.
하나 눕혔네.
And
눕혀가다 보면 어느새
he's just
끝나는
down
게
for the
싸움인
count.
법이지.
Not just do double. This will end. Do a head bash on you. Followed by that. Do that. And that.
대가리 딱 떼도.
I would not even call this fight any kind of boss fight.
아차!
Unless this man's just gonna distort. This has been very easily.
직접 밝게 열어젖힌다.
Okay.
그래, 결국 마지막까지 서 있는 놈이 이기는 거라니까.
That's what she is.
잘 들어. 아픈 거 생각하지 말고 저 새끼 죽은 다음만 생각해. 그럼 공격이 더 매서워지거든.
Yeah. For mirror dungeons, I just kind of throw anything together and just auto it. Well, that's what I've done in the past. Haven't really done mirror dungeons in a while. I actually have not done any mirror dungeons at all since the last World Purgus.
어두운 무지를 열어젖히라.
Probably should do some. Oh, he's dead. I did not even notice. We quickly moved our conversation into the hideout after defeating the Yurdavada member. Surrender and confess. Starting to run low on patience might kill you soon. No, looks like Ryoshu is getting tired of playing detective. We're surrounded already, not sure what you want us to confess either. What would you like for us to confess, that we're the Eurodivia or something? We hesitated, unsure if he really was clueless or not. That's when Ryoshu confidently strode forward and pointed an accusing finger at the Eurovidia captain. Right, question time. You've always hated this nest state of affairs, am I right? Must you really ask? You like inventing stuff and not registering them to the tech agency, don't you? Again, must you really inquire about something you could discern simply by looking around? You do need to do some mirror dungeons. That's how I'm level 50 with a couple of yeah. I just kind of use all of my points and Keflin on just doing a bunch of Lux caves. Try to level up units that I do have. And just kind of forget. If basically, I'm only really playing Limbus Company now whenever I'm streaming. Maybe I should do more mirror dungeons then. Oh, mind if I take a gander at these inventions? Wait, don't just go around touching. Oh, I see this hedgehog toy is a time bomb disguised as a plush. It scans the palm as soon as it enters within a certain proximity range, and if it doesn't recognize the palm as an authorized individual, it shoots out its spines to penetrate the intruder. But you screw it apart tightly down here. You'll do well to remember the mechanical engineering. Yeah. I'm pretty sure... Isn't Mirror Dungeon kind of like the daily shred spins, where it's like most effective to do it 3 times a day? G'day, Dan. I've been streaming for a bit, but it doesn't matter if someone's late or not to a stream, as long as they show up. I appreciate it nonetheless. You could tell all that from a quick look. You are certainly no common employee. Either way, most of these are experiments, incomplete products in truth. in truth, you like making more dangerous, destructive inventions too, right? 45 it's left to archive. Ah, okay. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that the Lux 6 gives 4 silvers as well. You really are a persistent one, aren't you? What are you getting at? And I'm sure these violent inventions eventually lead to something that could completely rip someone's time away. I don't really know what Mirror Dungeon 5 is. I know what Mirror Dungeons are, but not what, like, 5 and stuff is. Wait, what? The culprit behind the case of time killing time? It's you guys, right? It's what you do, isn't it? It's the new update one and D4 is current one. Ah, okay. Wait. Ah. That would be insanely useful, being able to revive sinners. Considering whenever I do mirror dungeons, whenever I did mirror dungeons, I'd just auto my way through it. I would lose quite a lot of damage dealers. It's what you do. You see something that rubs you the wrong way, so you go ahead and smash it to bits. That's a bit of a logical leap, isn't it? What do you think we Eurodivia are? Ah, okay. Oh yeah. At the moment, I'm just trying to get through the main campaign of this game, because I am still very far behind. Sounds like this friend of yours in Eurodivia really messed up big time in the past. Did he do something drastically violent? Okay. No, Sonia, he always knew how to say the right things to get people to agree with him, to convince them to join his cause. His words filled me with this confidence that we could really change the world. It really was as effortless as letting candy slowly melt away in my mouth. But what could he possibly do to change the world? He didn't even do anything not like these guys. I bet the T-Corp Eurodivia are nothing more than knockoffs who just found themselves inspired by stories coming out of J-Corp. Or it's absolutely baffles how you failed to correctly deduce a single thing. No, we're not knockoffs. Besides, the Saint has already brought many charges to this world. Changes that you mere detectives can't even dream of. The Saint? Indeed, Saint Sonia. Huh? Was the one who really sparked the first of the Eurodivia in every nest. Well, that isn't the only reason they call him the Saint, but that's besides the point. Eurodivia in every nest. Sonia did that. Since you claim to be Saint Sonia's friend, allow me to say it in no uncertain terms. The Eurodivia has nothing to do with your case. Sonia, are you supposed to take you at your word? First, we don't have this time-killing technology. We can steal time or time pieces, but it's practically impossible to kill time. Making something so absurd would surely catch the tech agency's attention. And that is trouble that I am not willing to invite. Why? You've certainly been causing a ruckus here. Isn't that what the Eurodivia wants? Chaos? Please don't compare us to the likes of Backstreet's gangs, though there are those among us who want that chaos, of course. One of our former members insisted that we must take the abundance of time in T-Corp for ourselves and have our comrades divide it equally amongst us. But such drastic actions would also hurt the have-nots, those who do not deserve such pain. And this dude has already found a problem with communism. Such pain, so we must abhor the saints' technologies. To truly tear out the throats of the rich, we must wait for the right moment. The right moment, huh? So it really was Sonia. So, I've been wondering, are you really the saint's friend? Of course she is. He even invited her to join his journey. Why don't we leave for now? We can always come back here once we uncover more evidence. Dante says let's leave for now. Are you not arresting them? Don't one of you guys give me a whole lecture about how it's my job to arrest them? Roger ignored the assistant's question and turned around to leave the hideout wearing a dark expression. Something I had never seen from her before. The assistant shrugged and we were about to leave the hideout as well, but the Eurodivia captain stopped us. Wait, if you really are a friend of the saint, then I can't let you leave without giving you some advice. As to more experienced detective, I was able to establish a few things from this conversation, so allow me to share them with you. Oh right, you dabble in detective work from time to time as well, yes? Is this a common thing that you Eurodivia get up to? No, only the Eurodivia branch in District 20 do. Anyway, if I were you, I would start by looking for a common thread that ties all victims together. Find out what they have in common. Why? Because it's common sense. If someone's ripping time for a bunch of people, you don't just see it as an individual thing, you try to look at the whole. Why are each one of these people getting targeted? By looking at any commonalities between them. It's not like they're being attacked randomly, and if they are being attacked randomly, that gives you even... that not only makes your case a lot harder, but it makes it a lot easier. Because the randomality can actually be predicted. The T-Corp collection agency knows everything about time, where it comes from, where it goes, but not with this case. But if they know everything about comings and goings of time, how are you avoiding their eyes? Not all of us do. I can't tell you more, however. Just know that we have an ace up our sleeves that lets us continue our guerrilla activities in this nest. Anyway, does it not strike you as odd that for someone with such impressive technology that can quite literally rip away time without a trace, the killer seems unusually passive? This tells me that there is a condition they must first meet to use their power. Another possibility is that they have a certain creed or a belief system that they follow, but ideologically motivated culprits usually leave behind more obvious evidence that points to their beliefs. Oh, I think that adds up nicely. Want to join our squad of ace detectives? Who the hell hired this bumbling team of amateur detective wannabes? Never mind now. Would you kindly leave this place? Well, we now know where the Eurodivia are. We can always come back here if we ever need anything else. The fountain of blood burst high into the air, higher than the soaring fireworks. No, I shouldn't gaffer so ungracefully. I must remain beautiful and maintain my dignity as a second kindred. And well then, the Eurodivi is swearing up and down that they've got nothing to do with this case, and a Time Ripper is still at large. What now, ace detectives? But we don't have any other leads. The one we talked to just left the hideout, so why don't we follow him? You want to tell the Eurodivia? Well, looks like not arresting them may pay off after all. I think it's a fair suggestion. Waste of time. Or WOT. We should torture them one by one until someone breaks. According to page 155 of Lady Uga's book, an ace detective must always maintain vigilance and not shy away from stakeouts. You're already on page 155. Don Quixote gave us this book so that we can all become ace detectives. I've been reading it whenever I can. The Eurodivia petty time thieves won't change the world. Is that why you're letting them go? Because it doesn't matter? No, not at all. It's the opposite, in fact. I want to see things change. Change? It is said that the Eurodivi started from a small group of nobodies, but they kept at it, slowly but surely spreading through the city. I heard that they've been causing some real trouble in some nests, that they find it difficult to get rid of them. Do you know what people have been saying here in T-Corp? Running low on time, but burning full of frustration. Then come join the Eurodivi. Unlike most people who accept injustice and move on, they don't. They refuse to turn a blind eye, confident and determined that they will one day bring real change to the city. It's only natural that I find them extremely fascinating. To witness to what end do their desperate desire and aspirations lead? Nothing but impotent squirming. Huh. I'm sorry, do any of you even give a damn about solving the case? This case has a certain destructive aesthetic to it. I like it. I'm following my family elders' words to see and experience as much as the world I can before I return, because their words better be followed. It sounds excruciatingly bothersome. So many things in this world presume that they deserve to call themselves family. Heh. I've never heard you talk like that, Ryoshu. What will you ever accomplish with such half-heartedness? Don't worry about it. Most people live on with that very half-heartedness. It's been eons since I really desired something with all my heart, you know. No, I'm not most people. From the distance, loud rapid footsteps broke through Rydia's quiet whispers. I knew it, the culprit was a Eurodivia. They're here, won't give them the slip this time. Okay, let's go. Maybe you'll catch them this time if you learn to breathe like myself, Ryoshu. Rydia came to a sudden stop and looked at me, staring at me from underneath the shadow cast over her eyes. Dante, do you think it would have been any different if I followed Sonia back in the casino? Why do you ask? I mean, it's just watching Sonia's goal actually start to take shape while I stagnated, unchanging. It's making me feel. Rydia hesitated. An odd impression. Simply by asking yourself if you should have chosen another path or something like that is an absolute waste of time. If you focus solely on the past and what could have been, you'll never continue to move forwards. But even in the end, choosing to stagnate is still a method of moving forward. You're late, Clock. The two sinners had a head start, but it didn't take very long before we caught up to them and saw them quietly kneeling behind cover. We'll go ahead and draw their attention. You should be able to corner them in this direction. Since Ryoshi and Honglu are out there to draw the culprits here, we just have to do our part and capture them. Yeah. What's wrong, Ryoja? Just every time I think about Sonya, I remember all the things that I couldn't do, that's all. Rhodia. Nope, not gonna let this drag me down. I just gotta do what I can, right? Wouldn't it be so nice if the culprit showed up right now so I can get my hands on him and get this over with? All this waiting around is getting so tedious. Hopefully I'll look really badass when I arrest him. You certainly recover quick now. That's a good attitude to have. Well, you know, ain't that how emotions are supposed to be, constantly changing with time, you know? Is it now? I don't quite agree. Emotions don't change with time. Yeah. Yeah, to be fair, they haven't really done a lot of character progression with Rhodia or the other characters, even in their even in Kontos that aren't theirs, do get quite a bit of character development. But Rhodia, this is kind of the first time she's actually had some development. I'd say that the changing emotions are what drive the flow of time. That's some complicated stuff. I just can't wait to hear all the praises they'll sing of me once I snag this Eurodivia rascal, that's all. You know, I want to be an ace detective. Then you shall have your chance. A chance for you to be the center of attention, a subject of praise. That long coat, that hat. Your Rhodia Dante, the culprit, ran that way. Sonya is a... Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, all the content. I don't know. All the contos do show Sinclair slowly getting more and more confident. They do a little bit of development for the Bugman, but Rhodia, not a lot even in her own conto, I do have to agree. You're the Time Ripper. Correct. This isn't good. It's taken a while for Honglu and Yushu to get here. But before we get down to business, allow me to make a few corrections. One, I am no longer bound to an organization like the Eurodivi. In fact, I found their hypocrites detestable. Did you know that even the Eurodivia did not use their hours equally amongst one another? That is why I have chosen action. 2, I am not killing time. You will not compare my crusade to something so hollow. I merely reap the dying hours to share it amongst those who need it most. You may call me the Time Saint instead. He's like a Batman who laughs, but is actually good, or maybe closer to an owl man. Jack the Ripper, but even more British. I mean, he hasn't shanked anyone yet. What the hell are you talking about? Shut up, Ant. All this is flying over your head, isn't it? You poor little thing, starved for even a morsel of praise. This is both a correction of your ignorance and our final warning. If you wish to capture me, know us, then you must be prepared to pay the price in time. Was that an attempt at a threat? Huh? Do you seriously think you can scare me like that? What, is he gonna pull out a massive knife or something? Sure, you're the big scary time ripper, but I've got you all figured out. I know your patterns. There's something staying your hand, isn't there? Whether it's your creed, some kind of design flaw in your tech, you can't touch my time. How'd you like this ace detective deduction, huh, Fu? Half right, but you have given me 2 more corrections to make. One, I am not the one killing time, it's you and everyone like you who kills time. Well, I mean, he does have quite long arms. Maybe there is a knife compartment. Well, he does kind of have a bit of a god complex. 2, indeed, we cannot rip time away from just anyone, no, but I can take yours, because you at this very moment are mired in tedium. What? Just biding the time, aren't you? Waiting for something to happen, killing time. We are merely taking back the time that you would have killed anyway. Swing that axe and you might carve a small chunk of our flesh, but we will rip a chunk out of your existence. You will stir awake when the clock strikes 4 in 50 years' time, having done nothing, having lived through nothing, all in the blink of an eye. That's when it shall dawn on you, that despair. It'll all come rushing in like a flood. That disparity, the unfamiliarity of all the time you killed. Every pain, a reminder of every single second you've killed, thinking about how tedious it all is. You look scared. We like the way look in your eyes. Roger stood there completely frozen. No one could stop the time ripper as he walked away from us. Not me, not Rudia. The culprit, where are they? I thought I could take them on, but when I came face to face with the ripper, how could you give them the slip? They threatened her. That's what we're getting, to rip away her time. Oh no. And the ripper knew they knew how I felt, so never mind. It seems to me that Roger decided to not say it out loud, but I knew that the words he wanted to say was tedious. Pathetic. Unlike you, Ryoshu, my time is important. I'm not here just to make those stupid, pointless observations about the case. I didn't volunteer out of some weird obligation either, okay? I volunteered because I genuinely wanted to solve the case. I'm not like you, either of you. G'day, Circle. I am currently in time-killing time, so a little bit before Kanto 6, I think. I briefly grew concerned that Ryoshu might swing her scabbard at Rodia, but I don't think she was listening anyway. Kanto 6.5. Yeah, Ryoshu is legitimately the most dangerous character out of all the sinners. But she can fucking cut you while her sword is in the scabbard. Ah, okay. Sword of Kim. Yeah, the final battle was not easy at all. I got insanely lucky during it. Yeah. Oh yeah. I think Sinking Team is the very first team people actually try making, and that's why they always try doing those bosses. Ah. Yeah. Not only is she fast though, she's got a very good technique and strengths. Yeah. Problem is a lot of people's first teams or only teams they make are sinking teams. So they have to make one up on the fly or something. That sucks. Yeah, I've got most of the good sync ones as well. It was a absolute pain. I think I was on it for hours. Ah, okay. I briefly grew concerned that Roshan might. Yep. How banal. Instead, she stared up the clock tower in silence as her cigarette slowly burned its way to her lips. Oh yeah. Yeah. For my sing, I use Nutbush, Heathcliff of the Wild Hunt, Butler Faust, Hong Lu of Dice Office, and any supports I can grab that help. Also, why does it keep saying her cigarette? She's smoking a pipe. It might just be a translation error or something, but that ain't a cigarette. I guess that's a relief. Rhodia, sorry, I think I'm just getting tired of wearing a silly smile. Weird cigarette. That cigarette's got to be really weird. Probably worth a lot of time as well. Roger was always the one to lift the team's mood when it's down, but the mood amongst us had grown so incredibly awkward and cold that I was almost dying to feel a chill in my fingers. I guess this is what happens when Rudia is in the depressed mood. Yeah, okay. If we were back at the bus, or if Yisung or Gregor were here, they would have at least tried to do something to break the ice, but neither Ryoshu nor Honglu were the kind of people to be heavily affected by such a frost mood, so we just trudged on with our investigation. Oh yeah. I have Sister Dawn, but I haven't really shred spitted, spun, or leveled her up yet, so I haven't really tried her. Looks like the culprit got him in the middle of something. He knew the Ripper. How could you tell? By looking at his eyes, isn't it obvious? That look in his eyes, it's the kind of look that people have in their eyes when getting killed by a rat they know. He's not exactly dead, you know. This dead body looks kinda different from the last ones we saw. Well, to be fair, I would include this as a dead body because they've had their time ripped away from them. And they will be stuck within a isolated motion for an extended period of time. So essentially, this is just dead. Not a dead body either, but what is it? The culprit tore his scarf in half. Maybe they really disagreed with his fashion choices. The Eurydivium must live like fools in the eyes of others, so that we may see a path invisible to them. Rhodia? It's something Sonia once said told me that the scarf was a joke to hide the great ambition that those with such dreams must remain bound. Get tremor, get tremor, get tremor, get tremor. Feels green tremor. Feels green tremor. Get stagger, get stagger, get stagger. Yeah. I don't think I have any real tremor units. Actually, no, I think I have a few. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think I'm trying to set up a bleed team. It's something you only once said, that the scarf is a joke. Oh yeah, I've read that. But I don't see you wearing the scarf. It's just not my style. Then chopping the scarf in half would mean that... Oh yeah, no, I have been saving up a lot of Don's ego shards, I think. That the killer is a former member of the Eurodivia. We should go back to their hideout and ask around. Sometime later. Damn it, the Ripper got our boss. Are you asking if anyone quit recently? Well, it's not like they formally quit or anything, but there were some who went completely off the grid. Someone who wanted to steal the surplus time at T-Corp to share it equally amongst everyone. Yeah, I remember a lad who said something like that when his younger brother died. He became a bit weird. Did anyone want to go along with that plan? I'm sure there are some, but we shouldn't. We're the Eurodivia. We must bide our time until the saint gives us the word. Is that so? Where is he? No idea. Last I heard, he said something like, "I'll always be watching you." Creepy, innit? But I suppose that means that he's still hanging about somewhere within T-Corp's borders. N-Corp Faust, Criminal Reissue, Rhodia, La Munch, Priest, Raga, Baba Otis, Ring Otis, The Bleed, Counter, Mirror Dungeon, Ring, Hong Lu, oh yeah. I'm not sure what I put as my blade team, because I don't remember off the top of my head, but I'll check after this. Oh, our boss man's gonna be back to normal, right? He'll always be watching, huh? Huh? Clock. I always burn a cigarette after a kill. But you're always smoking. I think isn't bleed mostly, actually no, it's not bleed, it's a different one I'm thinking of. Yeah. I still feel sorry for all of the burn, but I feel sorry for all of the burn fans. Because it takes about 4 minutes for the cigarette to burn all the way through. I get to watch as the light of life slowly burns out in their dying eyes. It really enhances the flavor. 4 minutes. I know that it takes exactly 4 minutes for the cigarette to burn away. No way you say alcohol or salt. You could just use Priest Gregor Barbaro this ring. That is true, but everyone has their preferences and who they like to use. That only 2 minutes have passed on that clock tower. Huh? That doesn't make any sense. How could no one notice that clock tower was broken? This isn't a new development, by the way. From the moment our little game of detective started to this precious moment, the clock tower always measured only 2 minutes by the time I finished smoking. Didn't someone say that it's because people have learned to be helpless? I've been waiting for something to get finished for a while. Do you know how much of a pain it is? Yep. Oh, they're standing here. Hey, assistant, what were the first two victims doing when the Ripper struck? Let's see, one of them was attached while purchasing a 13 flavored lollipop. A 13 flavored lollipop. 13. Why? Why would you want 13 flavors on one lollipop? And the other was reading a comic book starring a T-Court inventor as its protagonist. I'd say it's a pretty fun read. Are there a lot of clock towers in T-Court? A total of 12 in the entirety of T-Court, but just one in this general area. The Time Ripper struck only near this clock tower, didn't they? Right on, detective. What if they slowed down the clock tower and made everyone in the area feel that sense of extreme tedium? Tedium, I see, so that's what it was. He can rip time only from people who are bored. The clock tower. It should give me a nice view to blow smoke at. Oh, here's something I forgot to mention. You know that you need actual evidence to make an arrest, right, detectives? Yeah, of course you need evidence. You have to catch them in the act. Can't go around arresting people just because you feel like it. You know what? T-Corp's kind of bad, but at the very least they require evidence to get an arrest. But let's be honest. Just put a bit of weed in their pocket and arrest them. What, do you have to let them attack us or something just so we can catch them in the act? Don't you know he can literally rip... Well, he gave you a confession. Literally rip the time out of you. One small mistake and you might wake up weeks, months, or even years later. We don't even know if that's the kind of thing that Dante can rewind. Yes, it's all very tragic, but it's still a part of the responsibilities. He gave a confession. Do you even care about catching the culprit? Or is learning how he rips time all you care about? Right on again, Ace Detective. I once thought that there was no invention in T-Corp that I didn't know their ins and outs about. You see, I have the intricate knowledge of the mechanisms of every single machine in existence within T-Corp. I even know about the bizarre cat contraptions your friend back at the jail cell invented while he was here. I didn't want that invention to be beholden to the T-Corp patent agency. No, I wanted to watch as it spreads through the city, which is why I didn't try very hard to stop him as he escaped through the back streets. It wasn't because I was lazy, mind. So, to answer your question, no. No, like in the case of the League of Nine, Literus, I don't care whether we catch the culprit or not. I'm just curious about the exact mechanisms behind how he rips time. It's the nature of being an inventor. Agreed. How am I supposed to even get anything done with people like... Excuse me, Mr. Assistant. I have something I'd like to ask you. Back when Result stood on the scale gallows, didn't the mechanism beep very loudly? Ah, that recipient friend, yes, it did. If you have the intricate knowledge of the mechanisms in every single machine in existence within T-Corp, then do you know why it malfunctioned? Of course. Why wasn't the gallows able to take 10 billion Han worth of time from Result? Was it really because it was broken? What are you talking about? It is statically impossible for the mechanisms of my design to have any faults usually. Ah, he made it. Then the source of that error must have been Result, or all of us, right? Not the mechanism. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. You are not only looking the part, but also acting the part of an ace detective. Could have fooled me. All credit goes to Lady Agatha. She did say that one of the qualities of an ace detective is a mind of bottomless inquisitiveness after all, Fu. I thought the condition of getting exempt from our time tax was that we had to catch the culprit. That was what I was thinking when the Class 5 auditor began speaking again, as if to address my concern. I'm not saying that I won't cooperate, of course. I may have even decided a plan for you, though it may be somewhat simple. Now listen close. Two more, so this and then the mirror dungeon. Oh, I got access to everyone. Anyway, this is the bleed thing. Wait, no, that's sync. So yeah, this is the little bleed thing that I've set up so far. What I'm gonna use. And who do I actually have for tremor?
앞장서시오.
No, you don't have tremor. No, none of you have it. Okay, thank you. Let's
자,
throw on bleed.
나를 불렀나? 자,
형님과 누님들을 위해
Guessing that's yours.
소재가 준비됐어?
45, 42. Meh.
풀어두죠.
So, will this really work? I guess it's barely a plan and more like something we came up with in the last 10 minutes, but still. I used your one, I think. Annoying. Let's hide. Oh yeah, I've been waiting for you. Did he just say hiya to the Ripper? How interesting. Not only did you know that I'd be coming here, but you also had the manners to extend your greetings. I see you've been tailing us this whole time. Of course. You were right under our noses all this time, weren't you? You're one of those fools playing to pretend as a detective, are you? Killing time? You're right, say, you can teach me how to make the most of my time. Give us your time and we might tell you. What, 30 hours? What is this, a bloody joke? That ain't enough. That's a good point. How did the robot... That is kind of a nice detail. That's kind of nice that they can, but how the hell are they bleeding? Are they like bleeding oil? And if so, you would think bleed and fire would work very well against them. Just think about all those hours with lost fleeing from these sods. We could have spent that time ripping more hours from others. I say that it's only fair that we take 300 from him. Agreed. He's one of the nest lackeys working with those filthy watch chains of T-Corp. He deserves it. If we let him go, he'll only bring further trouble. Let's show them what happens to those who oppose us. Second, let's try to extract the exact amount of hours that evilly spill into 12 pieces. Oh, that is true. He is human, so his mechanisms wouldn't run with oil, it would run with blood. Sort it, let's stab as deep as we can go. We don't want the reap of fat cat at the factory, do we? We're aiming straight for the center. We're not letting this bastard slip away with just a gash 100 hours. Silence. I will decide the time. We will stab as deep as we can, rip 1,000 hours from him. That should be more than enough time for us to happily share. But I suppose we'll be losing our sense of taste for the next 1,000 hours if we divide the burden of 1,000 hours equally amongst another. Yeah, I can roll with that. I would guess it's just like an abnormality. Maybe it's got like some tree sap in it. It's almost like there are multiple personalities in there, all taking turns to speak. The culprit wasn't the only one who suddenly began to behave strangely. Honglu did too. His face relaxed into a tranquil look, as though he was ready to let someone go, or perhaps that was expansion of liberation. When I read Tree Can Bleed, I immediately thought of like an SCP. I don't remember its number, but it involved trees and screaming. Drones can bleed, that's no abnormality. That is true. But again, the most plausible cause is probably the reason why everything bleeds is there's just a base template that projectmoon uses, and they just haven't removed. They just don't remove bleed and stuff from that template whenever doing machines and stuff, and just leave it in. Retract into a tranquil look, as though he was ready to let something go. 1,000 hours. Will 1,000 hours have passed in the blink of an eye? Yes, and there will be no pain, only the despair that awaits you upon your awakening. Then I like that. Rip my time away. What? He didn't mean that, did he? A time-tearing razor, is it? So that is the core of his power that extracts time, though it was no invention at all, but a distortion. My, this is still highly fascinating. So this is the kind of power that distortion can grant. Powers that only one can have dreamt of. After a lengthy silence, as though the world itself had come to a grinding halt. Why can't we rip away your time? I see everything went according to plan. It's all so same. I blinked, but the world is just as familiar and changeless as ever. What? We've walked into a trap, you daft idiot, don't you understand? Detectives, AOTS. Yes. Gee, that's a relief. Had me worried for a moment there. Okay, yes, power's coming in. Yep. Although I've now gotten a better idea, thanks to this, on how exactly Dante's bringing them back from hell. Who knows, maybe I'll actually start making theory videos on this game because of all the information I keep seeing that I don't see others talk about. About 30 minutes ago. Like I said earlier, the temporal scale gallows isn't broken, the error was caused by you. Maybe. Maybe even the walls can bleed. Your time and this applies to all 12 of you. We already bound to someone else's time. Someone else's time, me. Oh yeah, I remember. I think I heard about that. They get more money, we get like an anime. I think. This caused a multiple reference error in the temporal scale gallows, which was supposed to hang your time. So what you're saying is because we are living within Dante's time, the gallows could hang our time. I had no idea. Well, if all that is news to us, then there's really no way for the Time Ripper to know that either. So once the Time Ripper arrives and tries to rip my time away from me, That's when Rodia and Ryoshu can swoop in like the awesome people you are and arrest the culprit. I would say my current series pretty similar to that. More, I think he's holding their time stationary and revert, and I think he's holding time in a stationary state, and in a state where they die or injured, he's simply cutting that moment out of their stream, as if it never happened, removing it. And that's how this trap came to be. But what if, and really what if the Time Ripper managed to rip Honglu's time away? Don't worry, Dante. It's all going to be okay. I wonder how long the racket would last once the news of a malfunctioning clock tower breaks. Wait, it's counting down to doomsday? Huh. Wait, is this clock actually counting down? Would it be so entertaining to watch as people's trust in the institution of this supposedly unnerving clock tower crumble? It's going to be such a fun show. I'll try my best not to malfunction. Tick tock, tick tock. Hey, participation trophy. I used to really hate the sound of clocks. Oh yeah, I remember that now. It does move. Forgot about that. What the hell? Ah, there it is. Sorry about that, something just dropped underneath my desk, and currently dogs are barking. I need to go shut them up. Dogs have been quieted. And then they immediately bark again. Oi! 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 No. Oi! Rude little puppies. Maybe it's not miming him, but they're both miming something else. Maybe both of their clocks have a, maybe both of their clocks are mimicking something else. Why don't they stop? Oi! Shut up! Oi! Oi! Good growl. Okay, I'm just gonna have to try leaving the puppies alone. They're being very grumpy for some whatever reason. I don't know when it started, but I started associating its noise with the perpetual cycle of pain, like it's some remedy of the clock hand shaping blade, one day clever through me, the blade of time, if you will. I don't think Dante is the boss, but I think that he is a higher up in the company. Because, Someone did a video on Limbus Company. Was basically a series on the Limbus Company being made to replace the head or usurp the head, which I think might be a very close idea. Oh, boss fight. Oh, that would be very interesting, actually. Yeah, a boss fight with Dante would be very interesting. But your noise, it's a bit different. It's the kind of noise that makes me dream up something new, something different, and it's not pain. Well, that's why I wanted to extend my gratitude. Not sure what he's extending his gratitude for, but can someone ask him to do something for me? Dante has a request. Right, request away. I think I've had enough experience to initiate with a big fight about to break out, and I'm getting the exact feeling that something's about to happen, so it's time for you to return the other sinners. I can't believe they actually kept us in prison the whole time, only to let us out right before they caught the culprit. So how was it, manager, adventuring with just 3 sinners? Was it nice? I trust that you have learned your lesson and that my absence was deeply felt. I'm aching all over just from sitting inside the cell. I don't even want to go back to a place like that. Right, so is that sod Time Ripper or something? A distortion we must defeat. Why does he have handles on his back?
가서 할 수 있는 건 다 해보고 오라고. 저보다 한 주먹거리도 안 되는 놈들이니까.
I don't know, let's do power counter. Up, let's. That's will inflict. Let's use steel additional effect. Let's use quick suppression. Hopeless, but then throw that, that's neutral. Neutral. Favored. Neutral, neutral, neutral.
고귀하게.
Cartman is definitely here.
이런 건 몽둥이가 약이지. 그대로 두드려 패.
합격장.
방금 좀 똑똑했다. 옛날에 조직에서 싸울 때도 눈에 바로 적을 다 밀어버리는 놈이 있었지.
Hey, got a bit unlucky there.
뭐야?
Oh well.
파이팅이다.
Need to get rid of the red skill because I don't really want to get multiple of them. Go do that to get rid of it. Concentrated fire, apply some bleed. Wait, would it be better against that? Nope. Wait, that's hopeless, that's hopeless. Struggling, struggling, struggling. Struggling, neutral. Hopeless. Neutral. Struggling. Do it like this. Here we go, we actually got good. We actually did good that time. Who knows, maybe we can actually... Nope, he got his butt kicked. Oh, I see now. His damn... Man, this dude really is British. His damn fingers are shanks. Unopposed. Shit, that's a guaranteed, it seems. Well. Let's just throw everything at him then.
점 찍었네.
Oh, well, got good that time.
가서 할 수 있는
Didn't
건 다
seem to do a lot
해보라고.
of damage. Did it debuff
주먹거리도
them?
안 되는 놈들이니까.
What was that? They're targeted by the time repel while time acceleration is active, but he's not being targeted. Oh, okay. For whatever reason, I can't flash him. Yeah, but that's hopeless. That's hopeless. No matter what, can't flash. His attack power up, so do that one. Okay, apparently I just can't clash. Or maybe can only clash against... Okay. I might save that up for the mirror dungeon. I only get one a day. Is that attacking? That is attacking you. Hopeless. Hopeless. Probably better if we actually attempt it. Although sanity is low, so it's not good odds. And you're attacking her. Still not good. And high sanity as well, so not good odds. Let's try this now.
아이씨, 좀 피하면서 하라니까.
Okay, this is not going well.
처리 때까지 앞에서 시선 좀 끌어줘야겠어.
Hopeless. Neutral. Hopeless. Neutral. Red eye. What is he weak against? He's weak against Pierce.
깡창.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
자, 맛볼 시간이다.
And it did 4 damage, but it also has debuffed him at least.
뭐야 그 파이팅이다.
I'll use my assault as well to try to get another debuff. Figure out any of these actually. That's neutral. That one's favored. I'll throw you and you there. And clash with you. And essentially that's just kind of like a Hail Mary.
깡창.
Oh yeah, sinking's good against, I forgot.
수많은 것들이 옥죄어 온다.
Yeah, I'm definitely losing this, so I'll throw sink guys on next once I lose.
완전 조졌는데.
Yeah, I'll restart.
돌릴 때 더 아프기만 하고 좋을 게 없을 것 같은데. 쉴 시간 따위 없어. 바로 다시 간다.
Enter. Sink. I am gonna grab a support. Wait, oh no, it said it was on it. It said. Wait, what do you mean guns? Wait, what? What does that mean? How is it free?
관리인가 아니면 애도인가?
부르신다면 언제든.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I immediately saw of the ego. The red fell bullet ego I thought of. Who else will apply sync? You'll apply sync. And so will... Actually, I'll bring him. And you. You for sync, you for defense.
파우스트가 맞이하죠.
I've already read all this, I'm skipping it. Still find a weird he's got handlebars on his back.
가서 할 수 있는 건 다 해보고 오라고. 저보다 한 주먹거리도 안 되는
Opening it up,
놈들이니까.
immediately doing that to get the horse. Need to get charge. Neutral. Favored. Hopeless. Struggling. Struggling. Yeah, he is. With meat shield. You know exactly what I was thinking.
목을 내놓고 있도록. 방금 좀 똑똑했다. 직접 옛날에 조직에서 싸울 때도 눈에
Oh, yeah.
적을 다 밀어버리는 놈이 있었지.
Yeah, I've seen some... I don't really know much about fell bullet.
할수 있는 건 다 해보고 오라고.
Oh, yes.
놈들이니까.
Essentially, that's still gonna be a bit of a problem, but meh.
전투에 임하겠습니다.
Okay, he's just gonna die, I think. There we go. The shots. Oh, yeah. That was actually pretty close.
아이, 좀 피하면서 하라니까. 야, 저거 정신 차릴 때까지.
Pretty sure. Can I clash that with this? Nope. So it's not worth using the ego. That's targeting her. So literally everything we do does not exactly matter. Actually, I'll use this as a free spot to get the horse.
이쪽으로.
Ah, shit. Never mind. Should have paid attention to that. She still got the horse. How much flash? She lost charge during that? You gotta be kidding me. Another pose, yep. That is struggling. Oh shit, Claire's alive. Sung. Apparently dominating. That going against. That is going against you. That is hopeless. Pose. Gonna pose. Nope. We're gonna go after her no matter what. Oh yeah, I remember that now by doing another defense or something. I keep forgetting that.
이런 건 몽둥이가 약이지. 두드려 패.
Okay, she is gonna corrode. Good thing I literally have no ego thrower.
아이씨, 좀 피하면 사라니까. 야,
Okay.
정신 차릴 때까지 앞에서 시선 좀 끌어줘야겠어.
Not favorited. Struggling. Struggling. Hopeless. Struggling. Struggling neutral. Oh, that's favored. Struggling. Struggling. Well, this is where he dies.
신병, 확보하겠습니다. 저는 괜찮으니
Okay.
지금이라도 멀리 도망치세요. 시계 돌리느라 고생 좀 하겠다. 야. 뭐 잘만 싸워보면 좀 덜 아프게 되살릴 수도 있지 않겠냐?
Fades on him. I guess do that. Use that. Fast low on sanity.
어두운
야.
무지를 열어줬지라.
I just love it when I actually have low sanity on Dalham. I really hope so. Because it's day. I am going to have to leave soon.
정신 못 차리는 놈 대가리부터 뭉개.
Oh. I am actually... I'm gonna use this so I can apply a debuff to him for I want to apply... we don't need more sync at the moment. So I want to debuff him. Oh, that will inflict much blind. How much charge does she have? Nowhere near enough to use the red anyway. So I'll use these to debuff him the next turn. Oh, I don't have an ego that uses heals SP, and I just realized. Yeah. Wait, that healed SP?
내가 찾은 나만의 항해 방식.
뭐야 파이팅이다.
Ah, okay. I did not know that. And now a literal thing which we cannot clash. Oh, yeah, wait, go that. Who's that targeting? That's targeting him. Can I get that to change? Yeah, I can. And it's now going there. You know, I'll get defense on that. Evade. Another evade.
전투에 임하겠습니다.
I hope it does. Oh, worked.
가서 할 수
Yay.
있는 건 다 해보고 오라고. 저보다 한 주먹거리도 안 되는 놈들이니까.
Yep. So we are lucky at least. Okay, this is not looking good. That aiming at Yi Sung. Do that. That one is also aiming at Yi Sung, but I think we can clash that. Yep. That is aiming at Heathcliff. Get that with Wild Hunt. That's also aiming at Heathcliff. Can I get that redirected? Nope. No. Oh, I can't redirect it. Shit.
나아가주게.
Ah, just a bit higher than hers. He just staggered him.
직접
He's so close to being staggered. After next wave, he should be staggered.
정신 차릴 때까지 앞에서 시선 좀 끌어줘야겠어.
That's neutral. That is dominating.
이쪽으로.
Oh yeah.
직접 타! 열어드리죠.
저것들
Is
거덜거덜하잖아.
panicked. That's the first time one of my spinners have actually panicked instead of distorting. Wait, let's kick this guy's butt. Yeah, that was actually thank you. I completely forgot about that. Okay, this should be it. We should be able to get him down. I can just leave that to Dalham. Dominating. I'll use Solomon Lament. Solomon Lament for the living. Do that, and let's offset that. Nope, it cannot be offset by her. So Faust needs to be the one to offset that.
전투에 임하겠습니다.
Okay.
다리 안쪽이 작살났네. 저러면 이제 메타작을 피할 방법이 없지.
Have you ever wept in such deep longing for the extra time, that extra second you let slip through your fingers? Where you wished that your heart would forever sleep, for its ever beat was but a painful reminder of the merciless march of time. I don't suppose you have, because you all have plenty of time to spare. With that, the Time Ripper slipped into the shimmering portal, a mirror dungeon of the Phasms. It appears to be the same kind as the others we have seen before. Hey Dante, I've got a question. It is just occurred to me for the first time. Where do all the time that we used, that you use, where do they come from? Well, I've never given thought to where the time I rewind comes from. All I knew was that when I turn the clock, I rewind time. Where can WC who? Oh yeah, who cares? Yeah, who cares? I guess. Use the same sync team. Do not use. Yeah, I won't use him. I could answer her, but it's not like I knew how any of this worked. Yoshu quickly shut us down with her brief summary of the circumstances. We did not question it further. A mirror dungeon of the Phantoms. Let's go. I'll see how much I can get done. Better use real.
와일드 헌트야.
Oh yeah.
더 앞으로. 막아서는 것들도 이 행렬에 녹여낸다. 이 뜬물을 분노에
Wait, I wonder, do I have Nope, I don't have anything to level up with. Oh, at the very least, I have plenty of Enkephalin modules for this. Recommended level 45, and I don't have anyone level 45. 21 minutes. The time it took for the impact for you to hit the cobblestone. Isn't it about time you quit that Eurodivia thing, brother? We barely have enough time to scrape by, wasting our time building unregistered inventions just to annoy some time collectors. Doesn't do anything. Come on, brother. Dream like you used to, please. You always wanted to work for the T Corp Patents Agency, didn't you? We're just biding our time, waiting for the right moment, okay? And when that moment comes, but you don't even know when that moment is. What if that moment comes after we're dead? Why would any of that matter if we're not here to see it? Take the grade 1 inventor certificate exam or something. Make a submission to the Inventions Expo. There's a pretty hefty prize money for receiving the Invention of the Year award. You know? Did you know that? In other nests, everyone enjoys equal 24 hours. Just imagine for a second, what if we saved up a ton of money and moved to a different nest? They maybe we'll get to live 24 hours a day too. I could get a full night's rest and I'd still have half the day to spend. Wouldn't that be so wonderful? I was always full of excuses. For all my hatred of the system, I remained inert with my ignorance as a convenience shield and excuse for inaction. I knew that our lives would get better if I did get certified, but I always gave the same excuse: I don't have the time to take a test. One earlier morning, my brother came to speak to me. I'm not gonna read it slowly, I'm just gonna do that so I can read the full thing. I'll let you all be 2 hours of my time. I'll lend you all but 2 hours of my time. That'll give you more than enough time to complete the exam. It ends around 2 PM, right? I'll let you in front of the clock tower, then you can give me back the time you borrowed then. Thus I was given a single day of abundance. The sun still hasn't set when I finish the exam. I had a good feeling about all this too. Maybe I could start dreaming again, just like in the old comic books I used to read to dream of becoming a professional inventor of all kinds of things. The car rolls in slowly. It's so slow that anyone could simply step out of its way. The driver is like us, someone who lives 10 hours a day. But my brother can't get out of its way, because he doesn't have enough time. Hours already preciously stretched over a day, stretching even further. So you are slowly, so slowly thrown into the air. I ran as fast as I can within the time that is given to me, but I failed to reach him. I never could. Nothing changed, no matter how much time I was shared, because my life was spent in a rush, because it entirely slipped through my fingers in a blink of an eye. Oh, the Time Ripper has three-legged robots of small stature with noticeable mechanisms, steampunk features, and specimen. Make sure you clash them for SP, and others with high coin power deal with him. Okay. I wandered aimlessly near the streets. My brother drew his last breath. If only I could taste every flavor of this lollipop sooner. Man, I can't wait to read what happens next. Won't somebody knock me out and wake me up when the next volume's out? The city. I can't wait for them to finally complete my portrait. I hope they capture the little upward flick at the tip of my nostril. It's supposed to look like a bird's wing, yes. It's so tedious waiting for it to be finished. Yawn, still 3 in the afternoon. This one long shift when this tedious busy work ends. Has too many people who so indifferently kill time. Our time will come, just as Saint said. I know it's tedious, but everyone feels the same way. Stop pestering me about it. Yeah, you know I'm happy with this small time stuff. I'm just as tired as you are of punching those bloody collectors and running away. I was ignorant. I lacked the time. If only I had time they killed. If only my brother had the time they killed. He would still be alive. Yes, my brother was right. Can't wait for the moment that won't come. Now is the time for action. I'll find everyone so content with killing their time, and I'll... Sure, a clock may look as though it turns evenly on the outside. The cogs that make up the clockworks within each turn at disparate rates. Okay. Thank you. Some living 44-hour days, some living 4-hour days. We are not like the Eurodivia. We know that we must take action. So that's what you turn yourself into. Within me is a place where all may live in equal hours, our nest. A place for all who have felt the very same pain. Your explanation fails to justify your time killing. Yet I am not the time killer. Okay. It is the people of the city who have been slaughtering time. No one even took a moment to double that the clock tower may have been broken. Instead, they stopped at merely complaining that it was a slow day and that they should just pass the time. killing time. I saved the dying times from their wasteful clutches. Will you still claim that I am in the wrong? I wouldn't say he's in the wrong, but he's definitely not in the right. I cannot use supports. Damn it. Oh well. You. You have to throw him in. Don't really have Pierce for her. I have Dawn, but yeah. What's the coin power for that? Oh, I want to edit. What's the coin power for this? Yeah. Yeah, okay. So it's gluttony, sloth, affinity. Gluttony and sloth. What affinity is this? That is pride, gluttony. I'm pretty sure the only one with gluttony I have is Gregor. What about Otis? Does she? Yeah, Otis has gluttony. What about you? No gluttony, but you do. Wait, which is sloth? Oh no, that's envy. Yes, sloth. A sloth is that one. Okay. Okay, just use sync. Got it. Can he even do sync? No, I just played. Confirm. 45 or 40, yep. Ripper's Phasm. Enter the dungeon of the Phasm. It resembles a T-Corp street. Past the crowd of busy passers-by your choice, the gloom vending machine nearby. With the street completely devoid of color, the vending machine's light seems to resonate much more vibrantly with your heart. Follow the light. You don't exactly know how the case will end, but we decided to forge on the brilliance of our guiding light. Cost gained, 60 gained. Yep, enter. Yep, we know this. That. And refresh keyword sync. And we didn't even get a sync. Well, that sucks. Blunt all down here. Must be my lucky day. Blunt, 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 blunt. You have blunt, and so do you.
빨리 시작하시죠.
Yeah, I've got 9 minutes to get through this.
가서 할 수 있는 건 다 해보고 오라고. 저거 다 한 주먹거리도 안 되는 놈들이니까. 목을 내놓고 있도록. 후회 안에 갇혀주라. 이런 건 몽둥이가 약이지.
Yep.
두드려 패.
Sometimes you have good luck and sometimes you just get shit.
직접 하! 열어드리죠.
에이, 저것들 너덜너덜하잖아. 일단 정신 못 차리는 놈 대가리부터 뭉개.
어두운 무지를 열어줬지요.
꼬맹이 단정하지 않군요.
Yeah, I might be doing another stream later on today. Because I may be doing... I'm gonna continue doing like one stream almost every single day except for 2 days, but I may be doing other streams throughout the day as well. Yeah. I'm gonna... Basically, every single day except for 2 days I'm not streaming. I'm starting off the day with streaming limbuscompany at 3:30. And spread throughout the day, I may do like an Ark Survival Evolved stream with a friend, or drug dealer simulator stream, or something like that. Although I do not think YouTube would be happy if I streamed drug dealer simulator. Maybe RimWorld. I've got a few games I could probably stream. Wait. I have quite a few games that I could possibly stream. I'm not streaming VR chat. I'm never doing that. I've seen too much shit on there. Yeah. I got a lot I could stream. You guys would not believe the shit I've seen on VR chat. Okay. Looks like I may be a bit too underleveled and may actually have to level up my characters. Oh no, we're fine. Considering it's just the last two and they're almost dead, I'll click auto. I'm just gonna drag this over here. I can get some stuff. Just like some stuff. And oh no, my VTuber model's still working. Thought it broke for a second. I mean, no, pngtuber. Don't use win rate too much. That's how my sister got her run ruined. Oh yeah. I only use a win rate when it's like the final little bit of a battle and they're almost dead, like double-digit health. I won't use it all the time. I only just use it for yeah, just to finish them off.
빨리 시작하시죠.
가서 할 수 있는 건 다 해보고 오라고. 저보다 한 주먹거리도 안 되는 놈들이니까.
I'm gonna be honest, I just literally play this part of the game as a color matching when it's just like versing all these guys. It was serious, followed by those two. Actually, no, we'll do that. And do that. Yeah, I've got 4 minutes to try to finish this before I have to go.
무지하니까 깨달았나? 무지하니까
Wind strike.
그래, 결국 마지막까지 서 있는 놈이 이기는 거라니까.
Pose neutral.
아픈 거 생각하지 말고 저 새끼 죽은 다음만 생각해.
대가리 딱
공격이 더 매서워지거든.
즉시 제거하시죠.
진짜 밝혀주마. 무쳐 잠들어.
And those guys are just dead. I'm just gonna auto.
잘 들어. 아픈 거 생각하지 말고 저 새끼 죽은 다음만 생각해. 그럼 공격이 더 매서워지거든. 왜 안에 갇혀 죽어라.
Sorry if the stream wasn't as entertaining as usual. Gasos shaft? I'm not sure what you're saying, sorry. It is entertaining. I watched all the way through. Okay. Yeah. I am doing this just for fun, but I do try to hopefully I do hope that people find it entertaining, so it does make me feel happy knowing that that at least you do. It does make me happy knowing that at least you find it entertaining.
파우스트가 맞이하죠.
Believe it or not, streaming on YouTube has actually improved my communication skills with people as well. So streaming on YouTube has actually helped me in real life a bit.
대가리 딱 떼도 타! 으타! 더 먹어치워라!
이런 건 몽둥이가 약이지. 그대로 두드려 패.
깨달았나?
Okay, after this battle, I am going to have to end the stream because I have to go get ready for school.
두드리다 보면 깨지겠지.
So, we got pretty far in this.
목을 내놓고 있도록.
Okay. The only reason I've gotten this far in the game is because of everyone that watches. So if it wasn't for your help and everyone else's, I would not be this far in the game. I would still be stuck somewhere in another conto. So all yours help, yours and everyone else's help is really appreciated. Man, that is just... Huh. I almost got a full line of purple.
전투에 임하겠습니다.
맞는 거야. 맞는 거야.
아무차 잠들어.
Well, unfortunately with that, I'm gonna have to end the stream as I have to get ready to go to school. So, thank you all for coming. I hope you've enjoyed the stream. I'm happy that you've enjoyed the stream, Elation friend. I'll see you all next time, which should be... I don't know when. Goodbye. If you're still awake by 4:30 Australian time, I'm gonna be streaming with a friend then. So, see ya.